All right, guys, JRodd here, and I'm hanging out with my good friend Quinton Carlin.
What's up, guys?
What's going on? How you doing?
Loving the drive, loving the scenery. Beautiful West Coast, British Columbia.
Let me show you.
Heading back from Whistler, Sea to Sky Highway, back to Vancouver.
There we go. And what we're going to talk about now is how important it is to understand that when people get in this industry, they need to realize that this is a real business and not a hobby or something, or the lottery, And it's one of the things that
we're not 649.
I've been working with a lot of people and have helped a lot of people build their business, and I can tell you firsthand that the ones that are successful are the ones that understand that, just like any other business, there's effort involved, and in order for them to make money, they have to do their marketing, and marketing is taking action, and that's one of the things that a lot of people don't understand, that they think they can just plug into a company or a system, and then money's just going to start pouring into their bank account. Okay, what do you have to say, Quinton, about this subject?
I love this subject, and it's one of the things that I really train all my new partners with, because a lot of people, I actually have a website, Employee to Entrepreneur, and that's really, the main thing that a lot of people struggle with, is that going from that employee mentality to a self-employed entrepreneur, right? Because it's a whole mindset, different level that you guys, well, not you in general, but most people come in, and if you think about it like this, okay? There's business opportunities and there's business opportunities. And if you don't treat your business, your home-based business, like a franchise, so for example, if you put down, $250,000 or $500,000 and buy a franchise, okay? I have a friend that owns a franchise. He went about $1 million in debt. Now he's working about 80 hours a week, tons of employees, tons of overhead, just tons of stress. And he's got to wait about 4 or 5 years to make that return on his investment back. So he's pretty much put down $1 million, working 80 hours a week, stressed out, never sees his family. And I'm sorry to interrupt you, Quinton, and we're talking about a franchise, which is a proven system. Yeah.
And
that's why people pay the big money for them.
Exactly, and this is one of the things that I talk about with my team, is that yes, you're using a proven system, but even with a proven system, you need to do some work. You know?
And that's what that's what my point was, saying that people that start a home-based business for a couple hundred or a couple $1,000s, they don't treat it the same way someone that starts a real legitimate brick and mortar business. But here's the thing, why not? Because it's still a real business with the earning potential to earn even more working half the time. So I think a lot of people don't really treat their businesses with the respect and priority that it deserves.
Right. Let's say when taking a franchise, for example, mentioned there are franchises that cost $250,000, $500,000, and I can pretty much get. Yeah, and I can pretty much guarantee you that, if you're putting that much money into a business, you're gonna treat it like a business,
Yeah.
Because you spend a lot of money, you invested a lot of money. So what we're trying to say here is that anybody in general, it doesn't matter the opportunity or the company, whatever it is, you've got to treat it like a business. Imagine that you spend $500,000 or $1 million in the business, and you're obviously going to see a lot of changes. So, look at that.
Oh, that's beautiful. Look at where we're at. Wish you guys were here. But yeah, you know what? You're exactly right. And those people aren't going to walk away from their business because they didn't make money their first 30 days or 60 days, right?
Right.
And I see a lot of people starting up a business opportunity, a home business or internet or whatever. And if they're not making money right away, they're quitting. And you guys need to commit and treat it like a real business and build your own empire, because that's what you're doing. You're building your own empire, online or offline. And you guys just, what I suggest, the people that are successful, stay with one opportunity. Like, I've only been with one company, and it's awesome. And I can't see myself ever going anywhere else, because you know, just like we talked earlier, JRodd and myself, it's about building your brand and being consistently persistent.
It's about relationships too. It's like me and Quinton and other top earners that we met over the weekend. We're in 3 different companies, and we respect each other as we don't try to recruit. You know what I mean? Like, it's not that I'm saying to Quinton, hey, join my opportunity, you know? And what we do instead is that we share marketing knowledge. Like this weekend I learned a lot from Quinton and from Jay and all these guys. And I'm sure they learned a lot from me. And all, you know, this is how it works. And really, you know, at least in my experience, a lot of money that I've made is from knowledge that I gained from marketers, from other marketers, right? And that's when I say building relationships, this is what it's all about. And if you're new to the industry, obviously you need somebody that has been in the game, right? And that way you're gonna gain the knowledge to get started. And you know, it's not just about your mentor, because a mentor is someone who will coach you, will teach you how to market online or offline. But at the same time, a mentor is not responsible for your failure or your success. You got to take it seriously
and take personal responsibility for your own results.
Right. And a good example is that, at least in my experience, I've had people that I've trained equally, because I treat all my partners equally, and there are people that haven't made any money, and there are other people that have made a lot of money, you know? And the reason why the ones that actually made a lot of money and they're still making a lot of money is because they took it seriously and they took action, and they treated their business like a business, not a hobby. You got to remember that hobbies cost money, okay, and businesses make money, okay.
That's a really good point, man.
And that's why people need to treat this like a business. I know I've said it a million times, but I can't stress this enough.
And not walk away when things get rough. Because look at you know, what's your other option? Going back to your job and working for someone else and building their business for the rest of your life, or you know, sticking it out, you know, learning, doing whatever it takes for however long it takes. Period. End of story. You have no choice but to become successful if that's your mindset.
Exactly.
And you know, the last thing I kind of want to say here, JRodd, is, you know, what you just mentioned before about our kind of, you know, mindset marketing mastermind that, you know, us that were up there with different companies experienced this weekend. It's so different when people come into an environment like this, where corporate America, if people come in being an employee, working in corporate America, working their way up the corporate ladder, it's really cutthroat and it's really competitive, right?
Right, of course.
With what we do and the way our business is modeled, it's that we're advocates of success, right? So the better you do, the better we all do. And so we work on a real creative and collaborative playing field, where it's about working together. And that's really refreshing. And I know a lot of people that have joined me that come from that background really love the team atmosphere. Like, I call my team the dream team. So that's pretty fun.
Good name. So guys, pleasure having you here, and I hope you have enjoyed this interview, and
the scenery, of course.
And the scenery. We'll
give him one last.
Let me see if okay. Well, the trees are kind of blocking the view here, but let me see if I can get you. Well,
we'll just come check it out yourself.
Yeah.
Come on in Vancouver. JRodd and myself, we live in Vancouver. We're up in Whistler all the time, living life.
There you go. So I'll see you guys at the top.
Later.